Hi Libra, welcome back to On the Journey 111. This is El Rock, your hostess, and we are here to do your timeless intuitive energy reading for the next couple of weeks for the sun, moon, and rising sign of Libra. Hi Libs! As always, this is a general reading, so if the story that I pull out today isn't resonating with you or you're just not in this energy currently, check out your moon and rising sign on the channel because there could be something there for you, as well as other signs. You never know what energy you're resonating in, so maybe just check out the titles and see if there's something you're vibing with. And then also I want to thank my new and returning subscribers. Thank you for coming back, you guys. And for those of you popping by the channel to check it out, thank you so much for being here. Your likes, shares, subscribes, and comments all help On the Journey 111 gain visibility on YouTube. So thanks for being a part of my journey. And then also, I just wanted to mention the Patch Tarot cards here, created by Spirit Science. I am reading all of the definitions card by card in individual videos. So if you see a card that resonates with you and you want to find out more about it, we've got the Nine of Swords here at the bottom of the deck right now. But if you see a card in your reading and you want to go check it out, I've finished the Major Arcana, the Holy cards, and the Royal cards. So just the Minor Arcana left to do. So anyway, if you want to check that out, it's there for you. Okay, so with all of that said, let's take a look at the most influential energies in the next couple of weeks for my Libras. And yes, Libra, I was doing weekly readings and I'm now doing bi-weekly readings. And that's because I want to create more bandwidth to be able to do other types of readings. So we're going bi-weekly, or fortnightly, as I like to say. So for the next couple of weeks, what do we have for the most influential energies for our Libras, please? All right. Tough love, lavender. So you're needing to stand your ground on something. You're needing to put yourself, Libra, above your love for somebody else. So you are needing to set boundaries. And your inner tiger is here. It is the intensity in the eyes, yeah, crack open, and then we had remembrance. So definitely, we've got a lot of planets in retrograde right now. Let's look at these cards, actually, before I put them up here. Bottom of the deck, comfrey, what needs mending. So something needs to be healed, Libra, in a relationship, perhaps. Something within yourself that is causing hurt in a relationship. Some broken part of yourself, or a wound, or something that that needs your love, your attention, and to be healed. And comfrey is medicine that comes in quickly and doesn't stay where it doesn't belong. So this might be a person calling you to lend you some moral support, calling you at the right time, something like that. And you're being called to, you know, be vulnerable and open yourself up to whatever comes in to help heal you. This is an outside source. So it could be a class, it could be a meditation, something like that, but something is coming in with the energy of comfrey to help you mend something. And it has something to do, okay, so I'm getting a sense of family here, Libra. The family that you grew up with, or, you know, the people that you grew up with, you're looking into your past. You're having a moment of remembrance. Things are coming back to you. Memories are emerging, and it's cracking you open. And it's helping you to realize that something from your past was potentially, well, not potentially, it was unhealthy. It is a behavior or a habit or something that you have allowed because it was part of your profile growing up, and you didn't know that it wasn't healthy. It wasn't a healthy way to behave, or something of that nature, and it's cracked you open to understand that there's a boundary that needed to be set. And this could very well be in your current family. So, you know, if you're an adult, we often relive, you know, a various version of our own parents' lives, whatever that looks like. And you've cracked open to the fact that there's a pattern that's harmful, and you're having to change the pattern. But the problem is here, Libra, is the pattern's already well established, and it's been allowed for a really long time. And because it's been allowed for so long, it's now confusing to have to go back and change the pattern. So whatever this is, you are in a state of remembrance. You're cracked open about it because now you know that it's not what you want. It's not okay. You're needing to set a boundary. But the boundaries, I'm getting, it hasn't been effective because it's not consistent. And without the consistency of the boundary of maintaining that tough love, of saying that this is no longer acceptable in my life, you continue to hurt yourself, and in turn hurt whatever relationship it's manifesting itself in, Libra. So however this is playing itself out for you, because you can't gain consistency and either overcome it in the current relationship, or, you know, if the friendship or the relationship's so unhealthy that it can't change and you need to emerge differently. It could be any of those depending on your situation. It could be a job, a relationship. This feels deeply family to me, family, old childhood wounds. And this tough love is you setting that new standard for yourself and making it your new normal. And sometimes people can come along for that ride, and sometimes people don't want to come along for that ride. And either way, it doesn't make them a bad person. It just means that you are understanding that you have something to heal, and that because of that, there's a change coming in for you. So definitely in the next couple weeks, a state of remembrance. You're understanding, you know, how certain boundaries were violated. You are forgiving that. And you're not staying in the past, I'm hearing, Libra, because there's nothing to be changed in the past. It's what you become aware of, how the energy presents, how it still plays out in your life currently. And a really good example of that, for example, is finance. Now, I grew up in a house, you know, as a child where one parent was really good at finance and, you know, a money manager, and the other liked to spend, right? And the concept of the spender was if there were checks, then there was money. And I actually remember saying that to one of my parents one time, you know, well, you have checks, don't you have money? And so, you know, when you're trying to break old habits and you don't quite understand how ingrained an old habit is until you can realize how it's appearing in your life. So for example, if you're a giver and you give and give and give and you loan people money and you sacrifice your own good, right? You didn't go get a new set of tires for your car because you loaned somebody $500 because, you know, they went out and partied 3 consecutive weekends, and now you don't have what you need. You loan somebody the money for the, you know, from the goodness of your heart. You saw it used in a way that wasn't beneficial to them, and it wasn't beneficial to you because you both lost in the deal, right? And so understanding how, you know, we think that we give because we love, and sometimes that love that we give is destructive for both of you, which means that tough love has to come in and set a new boundary and invite a new way of being. And when you're saying no to something like that, it creates tension, it creates friction, because it's new and it's not been the normal. And it's always going to be, well, it's never been a problem before. So, well, you've got a lot going on. Yeah, wow. Okay, 4 of discs popped out in reverse. So this might very well have to do with money. I might have been on the right track with that when that came up as the example. Four of Discs in reverse is hoarding. It is having more than enough and still perceiving that it's not enough. And so, it's a real opportunity to perhaps in the next couple weeks start digging into a gratitude practice, Libra, and really looking around and seeing what it is you're grateful for at the most basic levels. I'm grateful I woke up this morning and that I'm still alive. And if that's not a truth, how about I'm grateful I can stand on these 2 feet. I'm grateful I can walk to the bathroom. I'm grateful I have a bathroom. I'm grateful I have a bathroom with plumbing that's hooked up to city water. I'm grateful for water. Water is something that I need to live every day. And begin to find that gratitude in everything that you have. You are abundant, Libra. You have more than enough. And I think you're overcoming a sense of a lack of abundance and realizing how much you actually have, and or realizing that it's potentially, somebody's hoarding it and there's something to give here too. I feel like I want to find out more about that. That maybe somebody in your life or your family was a hoarder. I don't feel like you're the hoarding energy. I feel like you're the giving energy, but take it as it resonates. Because you could be hoarding something. You could be hoarding your love. You've had a revelation about something. So we've got the beautiful tower here. I love the tower. It's information coming in that we need so that we can up level. It's like getting an upgrade on an application on your phone. And you're getting that information is coming in. You're having an insight or a revelation that you can take to the bank somehow, I feel like. Wow, the cards are really just... and there's a resistance here. So we've got death in reverse here. So it's... whatever this is, it's ingrained. It's deeply a part of your life. Giving it up is a change in perhaps lifestyle. If you say, I don't know, let's say you get season tickets to, your favorite football team every year, right? And you want to put that money towards a new addition to your home. And you could potentially give up, I don't know what season tickets are, but let's just take a stab at it. $9,000 per seat. And so let's say maybe you put out, I don't know if this is real or not, but let's say you put out $20,000 a year in season tickets, right? You're a season ticket holder. And that means so much to you, man. Like, that's your thing. This is your team. And it's life's invitation for you to consider how you might still enjoy your team differently and put that $20,000 worth of season tickets into the new addition on your home. And there's a resistance to change here. And so, yeah, let's find out more. Tell me more, please. Now, the death happens whether you want it to or not, right? The change comes. The difference is you can take it as a positive and learn to work with it, phase something out of your life rather than maybe just cold turkey, or maybe something requires cold turkey. Whatever that is, you're resisting giving it up, and it's going to be difficult to give it up until you can see it as a transition versus a loss, right? So whatever this is that you're being asked to change, if you can begin to transition out of that and not take it personally, that you're the one choosing it. It's not that I can't loan you any money anymore. It's that I don't loan you money anymore because, well, I need it for my life. That's why I go out and do that, right? There's something big here, and I really do feel like it has to do around money. And there's a real resistance because it's a paradigm shift. And this little earth here, you know, all of this that's kind of happening around here, there's insight coming in. I'm seeing these 3 like laser beams hitting this earth, and it's going to be an impact, I feel like. And yet the outcomes are going to far outweigh the continuation of the cycle. So you can turn that death card upright, get it out of resistance, and when you can find surrender, fall into that. Each time that you try is at least a time that you tried, right? And each time you succeed is a time that you succeeded. And all of those times that you succeed will begin to accumulate, and you'll begin to feel those feelings of success. You'll begin to see your bank account grow and your savings account, right? Something's really changing here for you. Aww. So 2 of Cups, we've got love on the board here. So you're also remembering this, you know, this, again, it could be family love. It could be romantic love, deep friendship, whatever it is. There's a real sense of union and compatibility and companionship and joy here. This is a beautiful card. And that's what's available for you, right? If you can move that death card out of resistance and flip it upright into transition, this is what you transition into. You've got this abundance, and you've already got abundance, right? You're just learning how to manage it differently, Libra. And, you know, if you can do that gratitude practice, and we've got working together. So I think that this is really going to work out well for you, because we've got the 3 of Pentacles here. Again, Pentacles, building. This is on the 3-dimensional level. This is the materialization of things. So whatever this is, this tower that's revealing something to you, it comes in and it heals here with comfrey, and has to do with love. Let's find out more about the 2 of Cups. I'm curious. I love good news. All right. Oh, the Child. Yeah, it's new beginnings. So this just sends you on your journey in the direction that you imagined for yourself. This is the beginning of the journey for the Fool. He doesn't know how it ends or where it ends up, but he does know that he's taking the journey, and that he'll figure out what it looks like along the way. And, you know, you still want to be mindful, because you don't want to walk off the cliff and get caught up in the waves and get pulled out into a riptide either. But the possibilities are there. The new beginnings are available for you. And this death is serving you really, really well. And it does require tough love. It's requiring boundaries. It's, you know, let's find out more about that. Tell me more about Lavender. Okay, and we had, that one fell out sideways, but it's face down. So let's see if anything else wants to come out. Also sideways, Victory. Formation, interesting, very cool. Okay, so what tough love does for you. The Queen of Wands in the in the sideways position. When it's upright, she's passionate, she's loving, things are growing. It's beautiful. It's a fully supportive, abundant, nurturing energy. And when it's in the reversed position, it's frenzied. It's just running around, not knowing where things are. It's a lack of focus. I get like, you know, like running around looking for your keys and having them in your hand, right? And this is about gaining a discipline in the energy between being passionate and moving and advancing, and harnessing that energy in the upright position and growing those flowers, versus wobbling in the frenzied position where maybe you put too much heat on the flowers, right? So it's really finding that balance here. And I feel like that's a sense of tough love for you yourself, a discipline that you might need to be working on for you, not necessarily somebody else. So interesting. So we're going to put the Queen in the upright position so you can harness that passion, that tough love. Now, you also have the 6 of Wands here in the sideways position, which is a victory, right? That's getting what you want. This is, You know, the warrior, well, Patch isn't really necessarily a warrior, but, you know, in kind of mythology, it's the warrior coming home after the war. It's the parade, it's the celebration, it's the victory, it's the wreath. And, you know, when it's in reverse position, it's ego, it's pride, it's, you know, it's things that keep you from being able to fully enjoy your abundance because you're seeing it from a state of have and have not. I'm better because I have this and they don't, versus being in the victory position of look what I have, allow me to share with you. And so, you know, there's a real balance here that's happening with these two cards. Now, we also had the Ace of Discs, which is that formation. It is that new beginning, and discs, of course, being pentacles or abundance. So you're reforming and you're creating, and there's information coming in for you. You're going to have a victory with this. And tough love is a part of that. Setting boundaries, not just with other people, Libra, but also setting boundaries for yourself. You know, you aren't going to win the lottery if you never buy a ticket, right? So what are you willing to commit to that brings something greater to your life versus what are you giving away to everybody, constantly depleting yourself and not being available to give yourself what you need? Do you, you know, spend time running errands for somebody else when you actually want to be at home on your deck creating a piece of art and a painting? So, you know, think about that and think about what you want your priorities to be, because this Ace of Discs is here to help you form that. So before you start setting your boundaries, you want to understand what you're setting your boundaries for. What are you for, Libra? That's why you're doing that. And, you know, the first three letters of this in formation is what you're for. So allow that energy to harness itself and see what you can do about balancing the ego, you know, and being prideful versus, you know, being abundant. And, you know, also that Queen of Wands energy, that passion, that vim, that vigor, all of that, all there for you. But you've got healing energy here for you. You're cracking open. You're taking a look at yourself. You're taking a look at relationships. You're taking a look at situations, things around you. You're cracking open with Rose. And Rosemary is here to remind you of where you've been so that you understand where you don't want to go. You have contrast in the past to validate that if it's going to be a similar experience, you might choose differently. Wow. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Four of Wands, success. So in the next couple of weeks, that's how you can balance those energies, Libra. That's how you can tap into that. You have success coming for you. You have victory. You have new beginnings. You have the Lovers or love, the Two of Cups. You've got, you know, the formation of new things. Let whatever it is die. Take it as a transition. Welcome it into your life versus resisting this death or this change that's coming. Stop hoarding your resources and understand what you need and what you don't need. Do some clutter clearing. Get that in the upright position where you're in a place of stability, and allow this tower to bring in information and revelations to you. You have beautiful, beautiful things. Wow, look at this. Even behind that, the Three of Cups, evolution with the Resurrection card. This is a beautiful reading, Libra. And by you setting boundaries and you know, making choices about where you're going and what you need and what you will accept and what you will not accept in your life as, you know, behaviors, interactions, whatever it is, however it translates for you, victory is here. Success is here. Four of Wands, Two of Cups, Six of Wands. That's gorgeous. So let it die. Whatever this devil is that's in your way, that's preventing you from living in your fullness, it's time to release it, because you've got great things here for you. So have a great week, next couple weeks, and I'll be seeing you on and off the channel with other content. And thanks for stopping by, you guys. Really happy you were here to share this. Have a great couple weeks. Bye, guys.